Hi, Paul Sackett, Good News Planet. I'm speaking to Cortney Renee. Hi, Courtney. How are you?
Hi, Paul. I'm doing really well. How are you?
Okay, good. You have a wonderful website, CourtneyRenee.com, and you're a person who's putting together two passions in your life, fashion and philanthropy. So tell us a little bit about your background and some of the good things you're doing.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Well, to start off, I moved to the city to study. I studied at an international leadership college, the King's College, and I studied politics, philosophy, and economics. But while going to school, I had to survive, so I did a little bit of modeling and acting in college, as much as I could balance with my studies. And in my studies, I learned about the issue of sex trafficking, and it really hit my heart, and I wanted to do something about it. So I went to my church here in the city, and I talked to them about starting a nonprofit, an NGO, and out of that effort came Stop Child Trafficking Now, which is an organization that has grown and is participated in so many states all over the United States as well as Canada, I believe. And so from there, I really understood that I wanted to make an impact because I knew how to do it, and I knew that if you were just strategic and you collaborated with people and you didn't stop and you just chose perseverance, I knew you could make a difference. And so when I graduated, I started working in fashion, and then I ended up launching my blog because I felt like my two worlds were very disconnected. I was a model and actress on film sets and on photo shoots, and even working on the marketing side of big high fashion brands. But then I had this whole other part of me that understood the issues of the world and wanted to be an active humanitarian even at my age. And so I launched CourtneyRenee.com, which is basically just a brand that uses my skills as a model and actress to provide modeling for younger brands who are philanthropic in nature. And when I say a philanthropic fashion brand, what I mean is that brand has a give back built into their business model. It's technically a social enterprise. So the fashion brand exists to pump money into the American economy, to have consumers consume, but a percentage of their money or the artisans that they hire in other countries like Colombia, Uganda, the different places, help those people, either indirectly or directly. And some of the brands I've worked with, like Warby Parker is a brand I'd love to work with. They're similar to Tom's Shoes. It's a buy one, give one. So every time a pair of glasses is purchased, a pair of glasses is given to someone in need. So there's a buy one, give one model. Then there's also the percentage of money model, which Print for Change is a company that I'm working with now. And they're not exclusively fashion, but they're a social enterprise, and they do printing for big-name fashion clients, for their in-stores, for invitations. We're working on a VMA project right now, and 50% of their proceeds goes to Healing Haiti, which is an organization that helps provide food and shelter and water and education for children and people in Haiti. So I have found a way to connect with people and promote these brands through fashion events. More recently, we had a Hampton Summer Preview Party. So we had a brand out of California called Native Honey, one out of Miami called Peace Love World, and one out of New York called Same Sky. Same Sky helps with HIV victims in Rwanda. Peace Love World actually does have a heart for Haiti. They have they have a children's line that gives to Haiti. I believe the owner has a passion for them. So we showcase these through fashion events, which have been really successful. We've had 1,000 to 500 people come out for our last two events here in New York. We're looking to expand to Miami when we get the time. And then now I'm kind of moving into a different phase. In addition to modeling for the brands and doing social media for them, I'm working for this company now that, like I mentioned, Print for Change, that is working with really, really big clients who aren't per se philanthropic in their design, but they're wanting to be more corporate, have more corporate social responsibility. So I'm trying to do the reverse now and go after really big corporations and get them involved in a social enterprise. So we've got some exciting campaigns coming up with Print for Change. I'm actually headed to Haiti in 2 weeks at the end of July, and we're going to come up with some cool contests for Print for Change. Win a trip to Haiti. We're going to try to get some philanthropic fashion brands on board with us and just really build momentum to change the world using every arena we can. So, yeah, we've got some really fun, exciting things in the pipeline.
Yeah, a lot of good news going on here. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. What made you so passionate for philanthropy?
Oh, wow. That's a big question. Let's see. I think I love humanity, and my faith has a really big part in what I believe and why I do what I do. And I think I prize humanity. I understand that creation and we as humans have such value, and I look at the world as how it should be. If you look at the classics like Plato and Socrates, and I think there's a lot of us who don't look at the world the way that it ought to be, and I think more of us should. And I think when we see it how it shouldn't be, we should do something to make a difference and to change it. And then, of course, there's been some personal experiences in my life where I've seen pain in certain areas, and when something becomes personal, it definitely gives you drive to make a difference in an area where you can. And I think, lastly, it just gives me purpose, Paul. I love artists, I love fashion, I love the creative world, but sometimes when you're just doing it to do it, there's a lacking there. So when you put a purpose to it and you're making a difference and you're changing people's lives, it makes your career so much more effective and you so much happier because you know you're doing the right thing. So
beautiful.
Yep.
Excellent. So what's good news for you?
Well, good news for me. Because I'm an entrepreneur, I still do get to have my hands in the creative world. So I just booked the Miami Swim Show. So my client is flying me down to Miami for 5 days for a quick breather, even though I'll be working. And then, like I said, in 2 weeks, I'm headed to Haiti for my first time to take a look at the projects with Print for Change. I'm really excited to see what they're doing down there. They're building Grace Village. They've funded a water truck in Cité Soleil. They're educating 1,500 kids in Haiti. And they just funded a feeding center that feeds 125 kids a day. And then they're putting in a playground this fall with some of their big clients. So
beautiful.
I'm really excited to see what's going on down there.
Well, congratulations. Do you shoot a camera? Do you bring a camera with you when you go down there?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. Okay, so forward me some of the still photos. We'll put it into this interview.
Absolutely, I will do, Paul.
All right, that's great. Well, Cortney, thank you very much, and congratulations on doing a lot of good for humanity. And I appreciate you taking a moment to speak with us here.
Of course. Thank you for the time, Paul.